It's Two on the Aisle with me, Charles Gross.
And me, Jeff Goodman, along with our special guest,
Dave Lefkowitz, that's me.
Tonight, we review
Cyrano de Bergerac.
The new Mel Brooks musical, Young Frankenstein.
I think that's Frankenstein. And the Ritz. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two on the Aisle.
Thank you. So next show.
Next show, the Ritz.
Speaking of
a sticky show.
Now this is the show that
And
Jeff
sticky.
was most looking forward to.
I was so happy they were finally
he was
reviving.
beating the drum on this weeks before it opened. I was
This is
like,
Terrace
all right, Jeff,
McNally.
Stop talking enough. We know we do
One
love
of his
it.
earlier works.
Yeah.
It is the first. I think it's the first production, or maybe the second, because I think Bad Habits hit Broadway before.
Or maybe Morning, Noon, and was Morning, Noon, and Night?
No, that was later.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Guys,
pretty
we
sure.
gotta...
So the Ritz hit Broadway in I think '74, and it's about Gaetano Proclo, who is trying to escape from his brother-in-law because after the death of his father-in-law put a hit on him, basically.
Get Proclo. Get him. What should we get him for? No, kill him. Kill Proclo.
It's just great. So he's trying to escape, and he asks a cab he flies to New York from Cleveland, Ohio, and asks the cab to take him to the place he's least likely to get found. So he brings him to the Ritz, and he thinks it's kind of a Jack LaLanne Turkish
Like a
bath
YMCA
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he goes, no, he goes, yeah,
And
we
it
got a
turns
Jack
out
LaLanne
to
in
be a
Cleveland.
gay hotel. And what I
No, it's a gay
hotel.
bathhouse, Charlie.
Well, it's a hotel too.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
it's
say
not.
that.
Sort of
It's a
sleep there, but you don't
bathhouse.
want
I
to.
mean,
Yeah.
you're going back to a New York.
You buy rooms by the hour.
Before AIDS,
Right.
when you could get a hotel room for what, $10? What was it, $20 a night?
Well, what it is,
And a cabbie wouldn't make change for $10.
You're right, exactly.
What I find interesting about this play, this poor guy is in a world that he never knew existed.
Right.
And what I find interesting is that unless you were part of the gay community in '74, if you came to see this show, you would have been as shocked as this
Back
character.
then, you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Which very nicely played by Kevin Chamberlain, by
Yeah,
the
sure.
way. Today, we're kind of, as are the people in the hotel, chuckling at him because we have a better understanding of the gay culture. It's not shocking
Right.
to us. We're
it's
kind of-
nostalgia now.
Yeah.
Well,
Even for non-gay people
in a
who are
way,
part of that scene, it's a
in a way.
nostalgic.
I mean, it's very gay stereotypical.
Yeah, some of it.
Some of it. It's pre-AIDS, so it's a very interesting look into the gay community.
Actually, at the performance I saw, Terrence McNally, Terrence McNally
Yes,
came
he
out
did.
after the show and answered questions and stuff. And he said he only changed a couple of lines in the whole piece, no revising, no updating. But one of them was a line about, well, you're lucky that if you come here, that's all you'll get. And he said, it has a twinge now to it
Right.
that it didn't have in 1974.
Right.
And he cut lines like that. But that was it. That's all he touched.
Yeah.
but Brooks
Ashmanskas, yeah.
I can never pronounce his
I know,
last
I
name.
know, yeah.
As Chris is wonderful.
Chris
is basically the continuing patron, probably the patron
Oh.
saint of the bathhouse. Chris
The
comes
nice
in.
guy, yeah.
Well, he's a nice guy, but he's also very effeminate.
Well, Lynn would have been
And he
wonderful in
comes
that
in, he
role.
goes, okay, girls, get ready. Chris is coming in.
Right. Amazing enough, a role played on film by F. Murray Abraham. I finally got to see the movie after I saw the show. And it was interesting to see Abraham, not a role he was really made for, although I will say that Rigo Moreno was made for Gugi Gomez. It was made for her. Rosie Perez, very good. But
She tries.
couldn't understand her half the time.
I had no trouble understanding her.
Okay, good.
And I enjoyed. Googie is this singer who's really very bad, actually.
Of
but,
course.
And
You know,
mangles the
desperate
English
to have a
language.
producer singer, and everyone keeps mistaking her for a man.
No, well, they don't mistake her for a man. The people who are not normal, you have to understand that what Charlie didn't tell you is that the brother-in-law also sent a private detective after Gaetano Proclo. He's come to the Ritz first. Gaetano's come to the Ritz, and he doesn't expect to see a real woman in the Ritz. So they assume that if she's dressed as a woman, she's a transvestite.
Right.
And she hates that.
And by the way, let's explain. We always do this in sort of a convoluted way. This is a farce we're talking about. This is a wild comic farce.
Doors slamming, everyone.
Right. McNally wanted to do an old-fashioned farce, but with the new angle of being set in a gay bathhouse, and that's exactly what he did.
But
And he did
now
great.
it's the farcical elements that really have to stand out because the novelty of something like this is long gone.
I think it still works as a farce really,
Oh,
really
it's
well.
brilliant. And it's not only the door slamming. It's who's under whose bed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
And with whom?
And it's,
yes,
it's fun.
it's all mistaken
great
identities.
fun, yes. When it starts to go, when they wind it up, and it's not one of those shows where it takes like a half hour of exposition, because even the exposition is fun.
Yeah.
All the nice job, nice revival. As I said, a little problem with Rosie.
Well, that's
she's still good.
because I made you watch the movie.
Yeah, well, because
The movie is brilliant, isn't it?
I'm going to
Movie's
have
good.
to watch the movie.
I made David watch the movie. I said, you go and you rent that movie and you watch it.
Okay.
Because it just proves the brilliance. And Rita Moreno, by the way, won the Best Supporting Actress and it was called Best Supporting Actress in a Musical for 1974 for this role.
Well, in a musical.
I mean, in a play.
well,
Yeah.
And then she comes up as Googie and she goes, Googie supports nobody. And of course, the next year, it was called Best Featured Actress in a play. They actually changed the whole, which I found interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, let's go for
I think it's well worth it, too.
No, we've all liked
Performing
all
in
three shows tonight. Yeah.
our Performing Arts Insider
The Bible of Broadway. by the
Countdown.
way.
Yes, the Bible of Broadway. This is a magazine that tells you what's playing, and what will be playing, and a whole bunch of information.
It gives you all the information you
It's-
need on Broadway, off-Broadway, and off-Broadway.
So with Broadway on strike right now, if you figure, well, what do I need the magazine for? All the off-Broadway and off-Broadway stuff is in here.
Exactly.
Producers, the agents, all the contact information.
It's
Check
really
it out.
it's really great for theater professionals or someone who's really into theater.
So you can
Right.
get a drama bookshop
So,
or online.
in lieu of our playbill countdown, we'll do our insider countdown.
Ooh, yeah.
1 to 5. 5 being the show is incredible. 1 being not so good.
Cyrano,
Cyrano.
3.5. Nice job.
I'm going to give it 4.5. I really had a wonderful time with it.
And I'll split the difference.
Okay.
Which means what, 4?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You do your
375.
math. Okay.
Young Frankenstein?
Yes. Oh, but its official title is actually the new Mel Brooks musical Young Frankenstein.
Well, my official title is 4 out of 5. Fun night at the theater.
Okay.
I give it a 4.37.
Ooh, yeah, you liked it. Okay.
And I'll go with 4.
Okay, well, cool.
Okay.
And then last one,
The
Ritz.
Ritz.
the Ritz. Also, I'll give it a 4.23. I
Really,
liked
that's
it.
all?
4.27. How's that? Oh, 4.3. I'll bump
Okay.
it up there. What about you?
I give it a 4.95.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Why
oh,
not
boy.
just go with 5?
Well, it's not perfect.
Yeah, there you
Okay. I'm going to go with, I think, 3.75.
go. Okay.
Boo, Charlie, boo.
Okay. Just wanted to say a few words about, this is Tapeire.
But you can't because the show's over.
Well, we're going to go very quickly. This is at the New Victory on 42nd Street. It stars James Devine, who also did the choreography. Basically, a demonstration and a brief history of Irish tap dancing. It's Devine doing his dancing with a violin.
Did you say
and,
Divine doing his dancing?
James Devine doing his dancing.
Oh,
yes.
okay. That's like-
He's a wonderful tap dancer. He's got some
Not
excellent
only did we
musicians,
know
an electric
Devine couldn't
harpist, and a
tap.
violin player, and a percussionist. It's enjoyable, but it does get a little redundant.
Okay.
After a
Irish
while.
tap.
So
tends to.
Tapier.
Yeah.
Tapeire.
Well, that's what happened to the Pirate Queen.
Well, Pirate Queen had some nice dancing, but that was pretty
Anyway,
much
we'll
it.
see you on the aisle, everybody.
Yes. Look for us 2 + 1 on the aisle.
What? That was the worst
Next
ending.
contestant is Jeffrey Goodman. Come on.